Mother Karua and Charity Ngilu on the presidential matrix. Can Mother Karua be a presidential candidate and deputized by Charity Ngilu come the year 2027? If you are watching this channel for the first time, kindly subscribe and put on the subscribe button so that whenever we produce any episode, YouTube will automatically notify you. And those who are our resident subscribers, kindly continue watching and sharing so that we can reach out to more people for these noble ideas. The channel is literally known as the House of Ideas. Back to our discussion. Is it possible that Mother Karua can be the president who is being deputized by Charity Ngilu? Is it a miracle? In the year 2022, a number of women governors were elected, 7 of them out of 47 counties, which sounded to be a miracle in our young democracy. And one of the women by the name Gladys Wanga has been performing and doing her work so well. He has beaten men 10-1. In Nakuru, for example, we have a woman who is a governor, we have another a senator. We can say Nakuru County has been well dominated by that gender. Because I'm sure if you go to even other sub-counties within Nakuru, you'll find the administrators are women. Who is Charity Ngilu and the Mother Karua? Charity Ngilu has one time been the minister in our country. At the same time, she has been a party owner, that is NALC Kenya. Charity Ngilu can be remembered with the phrase Masaa ya Ngilu, Masaa ni ya Ngilu, when she stood for a presidential candidate. That one also brings me to another point, that she has been a presidential candidate. And she comes from Eastern Kenya, where we have other prominent people like Kalonzo Musyoka, among others. On the other side, the proposed presidential candidate in this matrix, Mother Karua, she has also been a minister for constitutional affairs in the Kibaki government, just like Ngilu did. She has also been a presidential candidate of course. It's only my constituency that did give her a member of parliament, the Honorable Elijah Moindi. She also owns a party, NALC Kenya. So these two ladies share some common characteristics. But the big question here is Kenya ready for a woman president who is deputized by another woman or another lady in that case? Because today we have a man who is deputized by another man. Is it possible that we can have a woman who is deputized by another woman? Just from the simple explanation that I've given, you have seen that even women can do it. They have been having their political parties, they have been ministers, and they have performed. We have a governor who is performing so well. The case of Gladys Wanga. Is Kenya ready? Recently I did an episode on whether Kisii County is ready for a women governor, whereby I give or I focused on Doris Donya Toto, who is the current women representative. You can, for the purpose of knowledge, I can advise women to listen to that clip so that it can inform their decisions. But today is Kenya ready for a woman president and a woman debut, and if possible another woman as a speaker, another one as a cabinet secretary? I'll give several questions to explain this, and from those examples, not questions, I'll give several examples to explain this, but and as from those examples you will be able to judge for yourself whether Kenya is ready for a women president, deputy president, speaker, and a cabinet secretary. The two ladies, that is Charity Ngilu and Mother Karua, both come from a background where there is good numbers. No, before you stand for an electoral position, you have to look at your family and see whether your family alone can come with something on the table before you move outside. Both ladies have got good numbers. If they were to stand in 2027, theirs was to maintain their core areas and look for swing votes elsewhere and become the next government. However, back at their homes, there are internal squabbles. The other day, Charity Ngilu was requesting the Right Honorable Prime Minister Raila Odinga to declare Kalonzo Musyoka as new flag bearer in 2027. That means if Charity Ngilu tries to go for any top position, she will have internal wrangles. She will concentrate much of the time home instead of going out to look for foods. So we have Alfred Mutua, who may not resonate so well with her. We have Kalonzo Musyoka, who may not go well with her, and many others, because of the war on the kingdoms. Mother Karua. Mother Karua comes from a well-populated or densely populated Litchford area also. But also, there are some wrangles back at home. One side, we have the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya. Okay, we also have had presidents from the region, and we also have the former president who already Mother Karua and the Haki coalition have recognized as the spokesman of the Mount Kenya region, while another section of people have recognized the deputy president of Kenya, the current deputy president of Kenya, as the spokesman of the Mount Kenya region. This can bring conflict if she decides that she is going for president's come 2027 in two ways. From both the deputy president and the former president. Probably the former president may agree to support her because she was his own choice. And today in Mount Kenya, there is that feeling that presidents has come from this place, deputy president, and why not these other regions? So there is those squabbles that may not resonate well with her. However, the ladies can wake up as early as 5 in the morning and they start their campaigns. You cannot separate them and the campaigns. They have all it takes to fight the total war into leadership. But there are some problems back at home. In the two regions, women have been embraced into top leadership. So for them, they may not see any wrong of voting for Charity Ngilu or Mother Karua for presidents. Furthermore, when Charity Ngilu stood for presidents, she got overwhelming support from eastern part of Kenya. So they will have no cultural issue. That brings me to one point in which in most cases has affected women in ascending to leadership, which is culture. Fortunately for both Ngilu and Mother Karua, they have just fought, and one cannot even divide their gender. Their war is equal to that of men, and in some cases more than 1,000 of men. So the issue of culture among those two regions is a thing of the past, is a thing of the past. Another issue that can be considered is their strategic position. Today, Mother Karua is strategically placed because of the ongoing issues in Mount Kenya. Mother Karua can in one way be attributed to be the one who was read for the lies of maybe the fame of Rigathi Gachagua because of the Limuru 3. During the Limuru 3, because the deputy president knew very well that they were going to address issues that are affecting the region, more especially the 1 man, 1 vote, 1 shilling. He did say that before, thus preempting what Mother Karua, Jeremiah Kioni, and others were going to say. Mother Karua, since then, or before then, he was able to pull back the crowd in Mount Kenya, and the people, in most cases, have got their self-interest. People feel as if they have been oppressed in the current regime, especially from Mount Kenya, and therefore they had to give that moral support to the ready. In other words, the conference was extremely successful. Coincidentally, other things happened that are now lifting up the deputy president. In Mount Kenya, you cannot mistreat the number 2, especially from their own background, and they resonate well with you. So that could be the reason why Gachagua is rising day and day in. Otherwise, the star of Mother Karua is still in that. She came up with the Rumurudiri. She mobilized the entire Mount Kenya, such that now there is also another plan in the kitchen to have Kisi 1, so that they can make it now Ruku National, because there are some people who are saying Limuru 3 appears to be regional. I've seen many saying that the constitution prohibits regionalism. So they are now planning maybe to move to other places so as to make the Limuru 3 Ruku National, or to authenticate it, to make it accepted by incorporating other communities. But previously, there have been made decisions which have assisted the community. So, she is a mobilizer. She can mobilize the entire nation. She can move from one place to another. Mother Karua also makes her firm decisions. Like now, there was no way the Limuru 3 could have been stopped. Mother Karua could have gone there, come rain, come shine. So she always makes her desires and her thoughts to become a reality. The same case applies to Charity Ngilu. So in that, I was talking or focusing on the strategic position. She can use those wrangles within the community and rise to the top. Anyone can use the situation. Anyone can use the situation in Mount Kenya to rise up. Rigathi can use it, and Mother Karua can use it. But in this case, I'm talking of Mother Karua. Mother Karua can ensure that Rigathi and the former president are behind him, her, by navigating, by addressing the issues. You see now she stand out an advantage position even than the former president to criticize the evils in the current government. Because if the former president will try to speak, they will always say these problems are we inherited these issues. But for Mother Karua, she will firmly condemn the evils that are being developed to every part of the country by the current regime. So she has got that advantage than anyone else in maybe those who can be close to her in articulating the issues that are affecting the people most of the time will be his coalition group, people like Jeremiah Kioni. I'll soon make a clip on Jeremiah Kioni whether he's also making an advantage of the situation and the promises to rise again. But when we also go to Charity Ngilu's position, she also can stand from the strategic position of the fact that Kalonzo Musyoka has been contesting at least with Raila for some time, and he has been fatigued. No, contesting time and again is difficult. He has been fatigued such that he is not even able to move freely from one place to another. Charity Ngilu made a lot of money when she was a governor, and she can use her position as a lady to mobilize women groups all over the country to work with her. So she is in that position, strategic position. She's also some mobilizer. They can mobilize together with the Mother Karua. They can be able to mobilize people all over the republic. Another point is wealth. They call it kusiaga or grinding. Grinding in this case means whenever you go to meet people, say in Mandera, the people will expect that you will give them transport and a ranch. And this money is not government given. This money should be from you or your political party. And of course, we know their political parties have no that capacity of doing that, because I said political parties in Kenya are property owners. They just put the certificates in their pockets and they say that this is a national political party, but it is a certificate that has been put in people's pocket. So they stand a strategic position. Another significant point, because you cannot work as women alone, you will be dealt with accordingly. Do they have the ability to pull men of good reputation from various communities in Kenya? Can they be able to reach people like Gideon Moi? Can they reach out people like the former governor Mombasa, Hassan Cho? Can they be able to reach people like Moses Wetangula? Because once you are in leadership, you don't care whether they are in other parties. To also get some power, you have to destroy the other party by taking its people, by convincing them to join you. Will they get the support of Karunso, Matiang'i, other women like Gladys Wanga, other governors? Will they convince them? Will they be able to convince the 7 governors, women governors, to stand by them, to abandon their parties and stand for with them? Of course, it is always possible, because these interests, you will agree on what to do. Normally they say, you scratch my back, I also scratch yours. Even these men, to deal with them, you tell them you'll have this and this. These are the positions. You'll have how they were promising one another. You'll have half the government. But I wonder how you can divide the government in halfway. So the issue of wealth is very significant in this case. If they don't have wealth, are they able to convince a given stakeholders to fund their campaigns? And for them to convince them, they have to show the numbers. Are they able to convince the media? You know, once you have the numbers, probably the media will just chip in without so much. The media will just join you. Will they convince the media? How will they convince the youth who have the highest population? Will they be surrounded by the young people? Because in some cases, a function that or in which the old people can use 10 million to organize, the youth may use 2 million to make it look more better than a function that was used, or that the aged used 20 million to organize. What will be the position of the youth in their arrangement? How will they be able to tackle the issue of gender in some other communities? Those who don't free embrace women. We have some communities that may not augur well. They say, how can we be ruled by women from top to bottom? This is not possible. We are going to be made to go to the river as men. We are going to be made to cook in the kitchen. Of course, those traditionists, how will they convince them and show them that we have no any other motive other than making the lives of each and every Kenyan, be it a man, be it a woman, a youth, a child? What policies will they put forward? Remember, the last government was recruited into their political office because of the policies which they have now failed to honor. Will you come up with the policies that once you are in power, you are not able to honor? What policies will be able to save you as two ladies? When we come to security, women have in most cases been faced by electoral violence. What happens when in any case the government does not provide you with security? Will you be able to sustain your security all over the republic? Of course, not recruiting police or what, maintaining security all over the republic, it depends on your pointsmen on the ground. If you have very good pointsmen in every part of the country, then the issue of security becomes a non-issue, because they'll always be responsible for security to whichever place you go. Thank you for watching.